Everything good?
Got to.
All right, welcome back, everyone, for another weekend of Washington Little Caps hockey. We are coming to you today from the Windy City here in Chicago, Illinois. Little Caps getting ready to start the first of several games at this CCM World Invite Tournament. In this game, the Caps will be squaring off against their first opponent, a team local to Chicago here, named the Chicago Blues. And the Caps will start off on your left wearing red. The Blues will be wearing white and start off on your right. Teams will get ready here for the opening face-off. Jackson Ickes gets the start and goal for this game. And to kick things off for the Caps here, it's James, Kareem, and Harrison along with Ellis and Kaylee. And off of puck drop, it's the Blues who carry it into the zone. They send it into the corner where Kaylee will chase it. Now behind the net, it's Kareem who looks to chip it out. Sent around. Pinching in here are the Blues, and now it'll be picked up by James, who looks to send it forward. But it's kept in from the top of the circle, a shot that goes wide. Now it's picked off by Kareem, but it's broken up. Now it's James who has it, and James carries the puck forward into the zone. It's broken up at the blue line. Ellis looking to press it there, and it comes back to Kareem, who gives it forward for Harrison. Harrison chips it in on the backhand, and now it's Chicago that looks to regroup in the neutral zone. They send it in deep, in on Jackson. He pads it to the corner there where Theo will pick it up and send it forward for James. James now up for Harrison. Jace has joined on the ice now at center as the team is in the midst of a change. And now they drop a puck, and it's in front of Jackson. And a big save from Jackson there, who stuck out the glove and robbed the Blues of a great opportunity as they were left all alone in front. And Jackson put the mitt out and shut it down. Big save there for the Caps early on. Now it comes back to the blue line off the faceoff, and it comes off of a shin guard there. Good pressure here from Chicago to start off this game. Now it's on Jace's stick, and he begins to navigate it forward. He gives to Walker. Walker carries through neutral ice and gets it towards Grayson. Grayson tries to tee it up for a shot. It's loose there for a moment. It bounces. Where is it? And it's kept out of the net by the Chicago goaltender as it was bouncing around in the crease. Now back on Grayson's stick. He sends one in on net. It's stick to the corner by the goaltender. Now inside the blue line, it's sent out by Chicago and down the ice. Icing will be the call here, and we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Caps. So it's Jax, Xander, Peter, Declan, and Duran now for this face-off. Jax looks to win it back, but it's controlled here in the corner by the Blues. They'll move it up the wall. Pinching in there is Duran, and Jax backs him up. Now it's on Peter's stick. He has it in the corner and looks to drop for Jax. That's broken up. Kept in, though, on the wall by Jax for the moment, and now it's Chicago that carries it forward. And good work there by Declan not to give up the lane. Now on the wall, it's Peter who has it, and he chips forward for Jax. Jax gets it back to Peter. Peter now brings it in, looks to get it towards the front, and there's Xander on the back door, and he tips it home. A goal for Xander to put the Caps out ahead, 1-0 with 11:21 to go. Nice play there that started in the defensive zone and came all the way up the ice, in the pass from across the crease from Peter found Xander on the back door to put the Caps up 1-0 early on here in the first period. On the ensuing faceoff now, it's picked up by Jax, who gives it to Peter. Peter back to Jax. Jax looks to send it forward for Peter. Oh, and another chance there. Now a shot from Cayley. Oh, and the rebound try just misses as Xander was sitting on the back door. Now it's Ellis who has a crack at it. Another try there for Peter. Oh, and chances galore for the Caps on that try there, as everybody on the ice had a whack at it, but the goaltender for the Blues does a good job of keeping that puck out of the net. Now the Caps have Kareem, James, Harrison, and Ellis and Cayley. Ellis gets it across to Cayley, but comes off her stick and over the line there. Now Cayley gets it back to Harrison. Harrison works it over the line, sending it towards the front. Oh, and the rebound popped out just in front of Kareem's stick, but he couldn't get to it. Now it's coming back the other way, and coming in here are the Blues. That shot goes wide. Now the Blues look to set something up from the blue line. The shot is blockered into the corner by Jackson. Blues on the puck first there in the corner. Now a battle below the goal line. It's Kareem who has it there, and he'll carry it out. He pushes it up the ice to Harrison, and Harrison skates it through the neutral zone. Now Harrison coming down, leaves it for Kareem, and Kareem looks to come into the middle. Now in the front, it's Harrison who gets it to James. James below the goal line now, and into the corner. Working on that puck, he leaves it for Harrison. Harrison goes to fish it out below the goal line and get it towards the front of the net. And behind the net now, it's Kareem who chips it over to James. And Liam now looks to swat it back to James, but it comes out of the zone. And now a chance for the Blues developing. Got a good break up there from Theo. Now coming right back the other way are the Blues, and a broken play there is taken over by Jace. Now the Blues have it again, and they carry it over the line, offside, but no call here from the official. Below the goal line now. It comes to the wall where Walker will have a chance to fish it out, and he looks to find Grayson, but it's turned over in the neutral zone, and now the Blues look to work their way in, carrying in on the backhand. In the slot, it's broken up by Walker, who leaves for Grayson. Grayson now carries it up and sends it in from the center line. No icing here as the Caps will chase on the forecheck. Below the goal line, it comes to the wall now as Chicago looks to work it out. Through center ice, they carry across the line, and now from the dot, a shot there that finds the joint and makes it in to tie this game up with 8:50 to go in the first period. Good shot there from Chicago from the dot, and they tie this game up here in the first period. So 1-1 the score now. It's Jax along with Xander and Peter. It comes back to Kaylee, who's joined by Ellis on D. Chipped into the zone now, chasing it here on the wall is Xander. Ellis pinches into support. And now it is carried behind the net by Chicago, who looks to carry it out, but it's kept in there on the wall. And broken up now by Chicago, who carry it forward. Kaylee does well to slow up that advance there. And now behind the net, it's Kaylee and Jax who work to get it out, but Chicago pushes it to the wall. Xander's on it there, and he looks to get it forward for a teammate, but it's stopped, and now it's Jax who carries it out and finds Peter. Peter plays it off the skate, and it's taken over there by Chicago, who from distance sends it in towards Jackson. Jackson kicks that towards the wall, and now it's Kaylee who behind the net has it and sends it down the ice. No icing there, as that was playable at the line. Caps get a change in here, and now Chicago looks to break out on the near side wall, but it is broken up at the line by James, and that forces the offsides call. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off here. Kareem, James, and Harrison along with Liam and Theo. And now off the face-off, it is brought into the zone, but it's taken away there by Liam, who gets it over to James. James now carries the puck in on the wall. He gets it across for Theo, but it's picked off there. And now coming back the other way is Chicago. Nice work by Theo there. The body off his man. Now on the wall, it is controlled by Chicago, but now it's taken away by Harrison. And Harrison works his way through a couple of defenders and looks to take it in, but now it comes out, and at center ice it's Liam who chips it back in deep. Chasing it now on the forecheck is Kareem, and he works on it there and tries to get it to the front. Still pressing here are the Caps as it's picked up by Walker. Now it's Liam who gets it at the point, and he looks to send it in behind the net. Now again, it's Kareem who battles for it. Push down there, no call. Now on it is Grayson. Grayson looks to get it to Theo. Theo working to keep it in, and it comes out over the line now, and it's Liam who will control and look to bring it back in, and he does. Keeping it in the zone there. Liam once again, and it comes now to Jace, who picks it up at the blue line. Jace working his way in, trying to shoot there through a defender's legs, but it's blocked. And now back to Jace on the wall, who sends it in deep for Grayson. It's picked up there by Chicago, and they look to chip it out. Kept in at the blue line by Liam. Liam sends it in deep. Behind the net now, it's Grayson who looks to get to it. It's taken off of his stick by a Chicago player. And now it's Jace who looks to dangle in. He's tied up there, and a penalty will be called now. Nice work from Jace, who will use some shifty moves there to try to get to the middle and force Chicago to take a penalty. And the Caps will have the first power play opportunity of the game as Chicago is sent to the box for interference. That penalty comes at 5:40 to go in the first period, with the score tied at 1. Jax, Peter, Xander, Kaylee, and Ellis out for this power play face-off. Back to Ellis. Ellis sends it across for Kaylee. Kaylee chips it in for Xander. Xander looks to get it to Jax, but it comes off of his stick. Still fighting for it now in the zone are the Caps, and it comes out, and Kaylee will have to chase this puck, and the Caps will have to reset and look to re-enter the zone now. And it's Kaylee who takes the puck up on the rush, and it's broken up there at the blue line, and now it's sent back in deep. So Ellis will have a crack at chasing this one now, and the Caps will once again look to exit and set up in the offensive zone. Ellis now works it in over the blue line. Ellis working her way in, and now it's Peter who picks it up in the corner, and the Caps now look to get set up, and Peter gets it over to Ellis. Ellis swings it around for Kaylee, but it's poked away there. Now Ellis in a chase, cutting the lane off here, and a big save by Jackson on the breakaway chance. Now it comes back into center, and it goes all the way back into the Caps' end. Ellis will chase the puck there, and the Caps have about 20 seconds of power play time remaining. It's Peter now on the wall, but it's turned over there, and coming in on the wall now is Chicago, and Jackson will just put the blocker down on that one to make sure that that play stops right there. So 4:17 to go in the first period. About 7 seconds remain on the power play. Caps with a defensive zone face-off here. Kareem, James, and Harrison, Theo, along with Liam. And Theo picks this up and brings it around the net. He gives it forward for James, who looks to find Harrison. But now it's broken up by the Blues, and they look to carry it into the zone. Liam working to keep him outside, along with Theo. And Theo gets it up the wall, but it's kept in there. And now in the corner, it comes to James, who gets it up the wall again. But Chicago pressing here. Now from the blue line, a shot. Blocker save there from Jackson, and now Harrison is on it, and he looks to get it up, but it's kept in. And now on the near wall, it's Chicago who looks to bring it forward. And now it's James who has it, and it's turned over, still on James's stick. And now it's sent back to Theo, who sends it across for Liam. Liam looks to catch Kareem, and they get the puck into the zone, but it's turned over at the blue line. And now it's Chicago that comes up into the zone. Good work there by Theo, keeping him to the outside. A deflect try, and another big save by Jackson, who's bailed the Caps out a couple of times already in this one. And now it's Jace who carries the puck forward over the line, and Jace is working his way in, and he has Grayson with him. Oh, but the shot there from Jace goes over the post. Coming in there to keep it in the zone is Walker, and now it's sent across the ice, and now coming in is Chicago, but they're stopped there by Duran and Declan, who together broke the play up at the blue line. Now back at center ice, Chicago looks to reset, and they send the puck in deep. Chasing it now is Declan and Duran below the goal line. Penalty coming up here on the Caps. Not really sure for what. That is kind of a soft call, but Declan is going to be sent to the box. Let's see what they actually call here. Looks like they're calling a check on Declan. He was just getting body position there on the wall. Really not much, but the refs say it's a penalty. So a minute and a half on the board there. 2:27 to go in the period at the time of that penalty. And now it's Xander along with Peter, Kaylee, and Ellis for this kill. And from the circle there, a shot that is stopped by Jackson. It comes to the wall now, and from the side slot, a chance, and another stop by Jackson. And the Caps have to try to get control of this puck and get it out of the zone. On the wall now, Chicago looks to come into the slot. They send one back into the corner. Battling for it there is Xander, and he gets it out over the line. Good break up there. And continuing to pester that puck is Xander. Now it's Kaylee who works to break it up at the line, but it's kept in at the blue line by Chicago, and they look to work their way towards the front, but they're turned to the corner once again, and now to the wall as Ellis pokes that puck forward. Caps chasing a couple pucks here and missing, and that leads to a shot that goes above the crossbar. Now it comes to the wall where Peter has it, and he can skate this puck forward a little bit and send it in deep. In the corner now on it first is Xander, but now it's carried out here by Chicago, who looks to gain the zone, and a good job there from Liam to break that up, and Liam now leads the charge forward as the Caps are still shorthanded. Liam looking to get the puck to the front, and Liam is taken down there, no call. Coming in to support now is Kareem. They both battle with a couple of Blues to get this puck out. Still on it there is Liam, but now it's sent down the ice. Icing will be the call here, and we will have a face-off in the offensive zone. So the Caps survive the penalty kill, and they have an offensive zone face-off now with about 40 seconds to go in the first period. Kareem, Grayson, Jace now, along with Theo and Liam. Kareem wins it back for Liam. Liam gets it over to Jace. Jace back to Liam. Liam back to Jace. Jace gets it behind the net now for Kareem. Kareem looks to make a move there. He gets it back over to Jace. Jace now sends it back to Liam. Liam sends a shot towards the net. Kareem there in front couldn't get a piece of it, but now Grayson gets it back to Kareem, who gets it back to Grayson. They work the puck down low, and it comes to Jace now below the goal line. He's going to try to get it in front. Oh, and Kareem was trying to get it on the backhand, and now a shot off a shin guard comes back the other way. And good work by Liam there on the back check to deny a shot right at the end of the period, as the Caps were nearly caught there, but they get out of this period with a score of 1-1, and that's how we'll go into the second frame. All right, back for the start of the second period now. Teams will switch sides. Caps will be on your right in red. Blues will be on the left in white. 1-1 the score. Caps got the first goal early in the period. Then about halfway through, the Blues tied it up. Jax, Peter, Xander, Ellis, and Duran sent into the zone here, and chasing it is Duran. Below the goal line now, he gets it to the wall, and Peter picks it up there. They continue to battle for it now on the wall. 3 white jerseys to 2 red. Comes to the point now, and the shot there is blocked by the head of Jax, who looked like he was ducking out of the way, but managed to get his helmet on it. And it goes to the wall. Now it comes out, and coming back in here are the Blues. Jax battling there. Now it comes to the wall. Good tie up there from Jax against a bigger player. Now Peter chips the puck forward for Xander. Xander looks to carry it in. Xander puts the puck on. Where is it? It's loose. But then it covered up by the goaltender. So good chance there for the Caps. They've created a couple opportunities by just throwing the puck on net and looking for some rebounds that seem to be popping out right now. So now Kareem, Harrison, James, Kaylee, and Declan off the face-off. It comes to the corner where Harrison looks to get it to the point. From there, Declan sends it towards the front. Oh, and there, a rebound try on the backhand doesn't go. Now it's sent out, and Declan will regroup here and get it to Harrison, who chips it into the zone, and he'll chase it there. Pressing to try to stop that breakout is James, and now looking to come in are the Blues. Chasing this puck into the corner is Kareem, who sends it around the wall and gets it over to James. James now finds Harry. Harry chipping it forward, but it comes out of the zone, and the Caps will have to reset. Declan gives to Kaylee. Kaylee now sends it forward for James, but that's broken up at the blue line. And now chipping it in from distance are the Blues. No icing here. They make a change, and now it's Kaylee who sends the puck up. It slipped off her stick, but it's loose now and picked up by Declan. Oh, and it's poked away from Declan there, right at the blue line, and working their way in. Oh my gosh, big save from Jackson, who's made a bunch of them now across the ice. Another chance. Oh my gosh, that one just trickled beyond the post as Kaylee blocked the shot. And now another one that comes in on Jackson. He makes the stop, and the Caps got to get this puck out as Chicago is buzzing here. Now it's Walker who gets it over to Grayson, and Grayson carries it through center ice over the blue line, chipping it into the corner and chasing it. Grayson now looking to keep that puck down low. It's on Jace's stick, and Jace looks to work his way towards the front. And where's the puck? It's underneath the blocker of the goaltender as Jace tried to send that one to the top of the crease looking for Walker, but it was jammed up there in the equipment of the Chicago goaltender. So we'll have a whistle and a face-off in the offensive zone. Jax, Peter, Xander, Liam, and Theo. Off the face-off, they try to win it back to the point, but it's taken away here by Chicago. They try to catch the winger on the opposite side. Now they come into the zone, and in the zone, a loose puck in the slot is sent to the wall, now in the corner, and behind the net where Theo moves it around for Liam. Liam gets it over to Peter. Peter now looks to find Xander, and now it's on the opposite wall where Jax pushes it forward for Peter, who chips it into the zone. It comes off the glass, but it stays in for the moment. Now it's out as Theo sends it back in offside. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off just in front of the Caps bench. 10:36 to go here in the second period, all knotted up at 1. Face-off will be at center ice. Jax, Peter, Xander, Ellis, and Durant. Good stop there to keep it in the zone by Xander. Now he looks to get it across to Peter, and it comes to the wall, and now on an island is Durant dealing with a 2-on-1, and a chance here that's stopped by Jackson, who shuts the door as there were a number of Chicago sticks trying to knock that puck loose. So we'll have a defensive zone face-off here. James, Harry, Kareem, Duran, and Ellis on this defensive zone face-off. One into the corner. Duran picks it up and sends it forward, but at the blue line it's stopped. Working on it there is James, and now it's loose and picked up by Duran, who looks to move it forward. It's jammed up in the neutral zone as both teams jostle for possession. Pushed forward now by Harry, who gets it over the blue line. Harry looks to take it into the corner, and we've got a penalty coming up here. As there was a high stick. Looks like Harry may have been caught by a high stick. Let's see. So the Caps will go back to the power play here. That penalty for high sticking to Chicago comes at 9:44 to go in the second period. So Jace, James, Kareem, Grayson, and Ellis for the start of this power play opportunity off the face-off. It's Chicago that controls, and it's swung around the boards, and they'll clear immediately and force the Caps to chase this one down the ice. No icing here. And now it's Jace who picks it up and begins to carry forward. He gives to Kareem, who chips it forward for Grayson. Grayson looks to keep it in the zone, but it's chipped out of play. And we will have a face-off in the zone once again. .106 left on the power play here. And the Caps win it back. Now it's Ellis who has it. She leaves for Jace. Jace gives it to Grayson. Grayson puts a hard shot on. Rebound try in the front there. Goes wide. Now it comes to the wall where Ellis will pick it up. Keeping it in, she gives to James. James finds Jace. Jace looks to slide it to a teammate, but nobody's home, and now it's Ellis who keeps it in at the blue line. She gets it over to Grayson. Grayson back to Jace. Jace's shot. Rebound try. Another chance there. Where is it? It's loose in the back, and it's chipped off the glass, but kept in by Ellis at the point. Push down there is James. Continuing to battle for it, though, are the Caps, and now it's Jace who has it. Jace looks to slide it forward for the Kareem. Puck comes in on net, and it's on James's stick. James looks to get it towards the front. It comes to the point where Ellis does well to keep it in right at the blue line. Back to James. James finds Grayson. Grayson sends a shot on. Rebound try. Oh, goes through the crease. Now it's Grayson on the wall, and he looks to get it to the front and find James, and the puck comes all the way across, and now will come out of the zone. Penalty has expired. We're back to 5-on-5, and the Caps look to keep the puck, move it into the zone. It's Kareem who has it here, and he sends it forward. Oh, in the front, in the slot, they just couldn't connect. And now it's chipped over the blue line, and coming down the ice here are the Blues. Jace working to keep the puck to the outside, and it comes in on net where Jackson shuts the door and drops the trapper down. So halfway through this second period, the score still 1-1. What team did you guys play? Jax now along with Peter, Xander, Declan, and Kaylee, and from the point it's sent in, but it's taken away by Jax, at least for the moment, but now it's turned over, and a good play by Jax there to break up that pass as there was a Blue sitting on the back door. And now it comes to Xander as Kaylee sent him forward. Xander up to Peter. Peter looking to take this to the net, but he stops and turns, and now it's Jax who comes in to help out. Behind the net, Jax chasing it, and it comes to the wall, and it's sent down the ice here. The Caps will chase it. No icing, so Kaylee will pick this puck up now and bring it around the net. She sends it forward for Jax, and now it's Peter who has it, and he chips it forward for Xander, and now Peter with the puck. Oh, and the shot there. Looks like it just went off the goaltender's blocker. Great chance for the Caps. They still have it, though. And now it's Peter who has it, looking to find Xander. But a good diving play there from Chicago to break up that pass from the corner. Nice play. Now they fight for it on the wall. Chicago looking to come out with it. Oh, and they find a man who's coming in alone on Jackson. And Jackson makes another big save on the breakaway. Jackson's made about 5 of those in this game already, as the Caps have been caught a few times. And with 6:32 to go in the second period, it's still a 1-1 game. James, Harry, Kareem, Liam, and Theo now on this defensive zone face-off. It's controlled by the Caps. Kareem brings it around the net. And helping out now in the corner is Theo. They look to get it up to Harrison, but it's kept in. And now they look to get it to the front. And now it's carried forward by Harrison. 2-on-1 developing here as Harrison has James with him. And now Harry, the shot just goes wide. And now it's Liam who keeps it in at the line. He looks to find James below the goal line. It comes to the corner. Now on the half wall, it's kept in at the blue line by Theo, who chips it back into the corner. Now sending on the opposite side are the Blues. Harry looking to plug it up on the half wall, and it stays in the zone. Chasing it now is Harry, who looks to keep it in deep. He does. In on the forecheck now is James, and it's kept in at the blue line by Liam. On the wall now, it's chipped forward, and it's Grayson who sends it right back into the zone. On the wall, it's kept in by Ellis. Now chasing it into the zone is Kareem, but it comes out now, and from distance, it's sent wide of the net. Duran will pick it up now. and he sends it forward for Walker. Walker continues to battle for it here in front of us, and he looks to find Grayson, but it comes back the other way now. Pinching in there was Duran, and coming up with it here is Jace, who gets it forward for Grayson. And Grayson has a little bit of space here, and he finds Jace, and Jace looks to dangle in, but it's broken up there in the slot. Good work by Ellis, pinching in there to keep the play going, and now it's sent down the ice. Icing will be the call here, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off with 4.5 to go in this second period. Jace, Walker, Grayson, Kaylee, and Declan on this face-off. And on the wall, it's kept in by Grayson for the moment. They continue to battle for it. Now Grayson has it. And good patience there from Grayson. He gets it back to Declan, who swings it across for Kaylee, but it comes over the line, and the Caps have to retreat here. Kaylee gets it back over for Declan, and now it's Declan who sweeps it over the blue line. Grayson now gets it forward for Jace, who'll carry this into the zone. Jace now carries it in, leaves for Grayson. Grayson keeps it moving down the wall, gets it back to Jace. Jace looks to get it in now. It comes across for Declan, who cranks one, but it's blocked there. Good block from Chicago behind the goal line now. It is picked up by Chicago, and they look to work it out of the zone, carrying it through now. Neutral ice. They bring it in to the Caps' end. And from distance, they send one across the crease. And now it's Grayson who has it. And he has Walker with him. He sends Walker forward, who carries it over the line, who chips it in on net. Good play there as the Caps are making a change. Now it's back on Liam's stick. Liam gets it over to Peter, who chips it in over the line, but quickly they're sent back out. And once again, it is sent out by Chicago. Liam will retreat for this one, and he will send Jax forward. Jax with the puck now, carrying it up the wall. Jax looks to get it in deep in the corner, now below the goal line. It's taken away there, but Peter looks to keep control of it, getting it towards the slot. And back in the corner now, Xander battles for it along with Jax. Jax's shot goes high over the crossbar and ends up off the glass, but it stays in the zone as Theo kept it in. Now, once again, behind the net and coming around up the wall, it's Chicago who looks to come through neutral ice and into the zone. The drop pass there is broken up by the Caps, still on a Blues stick though. And now it's picked up by Xander, who makes a pass across the ice for Peter. It's just ahead of him though. And now it is Chicago who brings it in, and looked like the play was offside, but whistles have not been coming much in this game. Backhand try there goes wide of the net, and now the Caps have to be careful as Chicago wants to spend some time in the zone. Now it's the Caps who work it forward, and they get it across the line. Still on Peter's stick. Peter leaves for Jax. Jax carries it towards the slot. It's sent in there, but it's broken up along the way. And now chasing it on the wall is Harrison. But it gets past him, and now a 2-on-2 developing. Caps have some numbers back. The shot there is blocker to the wall by Jackson. And Harry now looks to get it over the line. He does. He chips it forward for Peter. Peter now gets it deep into the zone, and it gets past the goaltender. Chasing it now on the wall is Harrison. And with him is Kareem, and now Kareem in the corner, looking to keep the puck there till some more help arrives. They continue to battle for it below the goal line, but it's taken away by the Blues for the moment. Now Kareem gets it back to Duran. Duran looks to send it towards the net. It's blocked towards the corner, and now the Blues will look to exit again, and now they send it down the ice here. Duran retreats for this one, and he gets it over to Ellis. Ellis now looks to send it forward, and it gets past the defender. Now Harrison has it, and Harrison looks to get it towards the front, and now it ends up behind the net and in the corner where James has it. James will look to leave it for Harrison. Harrison tries to get it towards the net, but it's broken up and sent into the corner. Now chasing it here is Kareem. It's still in, and on the forecheck it's James. James now has it, And he looks to stay on it, but it's sent out. And now it's Kareem who will stop it there at the red line and get it back to James. James now dangling past one into the slot. Now it's picked up by Ellis, but broken up once again. So Jace now carries through the neutral zone and sends it in on net. Waning seconds here of the period, and that sound is the end of the second period. So after two, the score 1 apiece, and that's how we'll go into the third. All right, so we get ready to start the third period now. All tied up at 1. Caps got on the board early in the first. Chicago answered back to tie it up in the first period. Second period was scoreless. And we'll see if this game will be decided in this period. Now, it's Jace, Grayson, Walker, Liam, and Ellis. And now Liam sends it forward for Walker. Walker carries it in over the line, sending a shot on net, and it's gloved down there by the goaltender. Good idea there to get the puck on net. Rebounds have been popping out in this game, and the Caps will look to capitalize on an opportunity like that. Now an offensive zone face-off, and it's Jace who will take this, and they get it back to the point. Liam keeps it in, and on the wall there, it's controlled and brought below the goal line by Chicago. Good work from Grayson to create the turnover there, but now once again below the goal line they fight for it, and it's Jace who carries it now, and he sends it back for Grayson below the goal line, but it's taken from him, and now it's sent up the opposite wall, kept in though by Walker, who sends it in deep once again, and now the Caps will have to chase, but taking it away there is Chicago, and now on the wall, it's Chicago that wants to escape, but it's kept in and sent forward. But now, once again, a turnover, an odd man chance here, and a good save by Jackson, who's made a bunch of big ones in this game and kept that puck out with the blocker once again. Chicago had numbers on that rush and elected to shoot, and Jackson was up to the task. Now a shot in on Jackson from distance is gloved down, and we'll have a whistle and a defensive zone face-off here for the Caps. Jax now, along with Xander, Peter, Declan, and Kaylee. It comes to the point where Chicago now looks to work it in. The shot there comes in on Jackson, and a big stop picked up by Chicago below the goal line, and they send it to the point now. From the point, a block there from Peter, and Peter continues to work this puck forward. Peter has a couple of defenders on him, sends it on that. Great idea there, and the rebound there for Xander doesn't come off his stick cleanly, but a good chance, smart play there to create a chance in front by Peter, who didn't have much else to work with, but kept that chance alive. Now it comes forward for Xander, who finds Peter. Peter working it over the line. Once again, the shot from Peter there goes off the side of the net. Now Peter looks to keep it in on the wall. Where is it? It's chipped off the wall now, and it comes back to neutral ice, where Declan will reset here and send it forward for Xander, but it's taken away here by Chicago, who send it from distance in on Jackson. That one's blockered away. Cayley picks it up here, and it is taken away by the Blues in neutral ice, and they work their way right back into the zone. From distance, that shot is sticked away. The rebound try, where is it? Dangerous play there as the back door was open for a moment. And now Xander sends it around behind the net for Cayley, who swings it back the other way. And Chicago keeps it in now at the point, and the puck moves to the opposite corner where Peter will look to get it out. And he chips it forward for Jax. Jax and Xander now working their way across the line. Xander sends a shot, Jax sends a shot on, and it is stopped there by the goaltender. So an offensive zone faceoff for the Caps here with 10:53 to go in the third in a 1-1 hockey game. James, Harrison, Kareem, Ellis, and Liam on the face-off, and it's kept in for the moment. Now it comes out, and Liam will chase it. Liam picks it up and finds Kareem. Kareem looks to chip it forward, but it's broken up there, and now it comes in behind the net where Liam will pick it up again. Liam has it now. He sends Harrison forward, and Harrison works his way around. He's tripped. No call here. Harrison worked his way around a player that had fallen down. Now it's on James's stick. They look to get it to the front. Oh! And it comes out now and is sent down the ice. Chasing it here is Liam. Liam stops and turns and sends it for Ellis. Ellis sends it up to the point, and now the shot there is deflected to the wall from the opposite side now. It's Liam who looks to get it forward, and now Kareem comes in to chip it up the wall. Battling for it there is James, but it stays in the zone until it's poked forward now by the Caps. Continuing to battle there is James, and now it's Harrison who picks it up. Harrison working his way in. Oh, and the shot there from Harrison is stopped off of the pad. And now coming back the other way is Chicago. They look to work their way into the slot. It's turned away there by Duran, who sends them to the wall. And now behind the net, it's Jace who picks it up. Jace chips it forward for Harrison. Nice soft chip there from Jace. And Harrison gets it up to Walker, who sends it in deep. Walker will chase this puck below the goal line now, and Jace comes in on the wall. They keep it in at the point. From there, it's Duran who sends it in to the corner. Grayson will send it back for Theo. Theo's shot goes off a skate and into the corner. And trying to get it out there is Chicago. They get it back to neutral ice, and they look to dangle in now towards the slot. The chance there is stopped by Jackson, and oh, it rolls in. It rolls into the net. It looked like Jackson had it in another monster save, but it must have rolled loose and found its way into the net. So the Blues take a 2-1 lead halfway through this third period. So Jace now on this face-off, and it's Grayson who carries it forward. Grayson dangles in. Oh, looked like he was trying to tee up a shot there, but it was broken up. And coming in now on the wall is Declan. Jace keeps it in, and Peter, along with Grayson, create a turnover. On the chance there, pops out into the slot. Now Declan sends it over for Jace. Jace sends it towards the net. Oh, and it goes wide. Good idea here from the Caps, trying to create some chaos in the front of the net. Peter works to keep it in along the boards, but now it's chipped forward, and it's Cayley now who sends Peter up. It just gets past Peter's stick as he was trying to get it deeper into the zone. Now it's Jax that comes in, but it's turned away at the blue line, and Chicago comes back the other way. They send the puck in deep here, and behind the net now, they try to put a backhander in, but it's stopped there by Jackson. Now we've got Jax, Xander, Harrison, Kaylee, and Liam. That puck comes out of play, and we'll do the face-off again. .7:45 to go here in the third period. Caps trailing by a goal. Jace now looks to chip it forward, but it stays in the zone. Ellis now gets this puck, digs it out, gets it behind the net, looking for Liam. And now at the point, it's turned over where Liam now carries it forward. Liam works it up the ice. He gets it over the line. Liam looks to get a shot off, but it's broken up there. Now they come back the other way, and it's Ellis. Uh-oh, Harrison is down on the ice. I didn't see what happened. I did not see what happened there, but Harrison's teammates are checking in on him. Looks like Harrison is doing okay. He's going to make his way to the bench here. Harrison went down way behind the play, and I couldn't see what happened. Refs are talking about something, so I don't know if there's going to be any penalty here. They're probably talking about where the location of this face-off is going to be. So we stay 5-on-5. It looks like a defensive zone face-off here for the Caps.
Come on, Caps!
We've got Kareem, James, Walker, Ellis, and Liam out for this draw in the defensive zone with 7:18 to go. And now it's picked up by Kareem, who sends it behind the net for Ellis. Ellis now carries it forward, and she looks to find Kareem, who's going to try to get around one. He leaves for Ellis. Ellis now looks to get it towards the front, and it goes all the way across the ice. Walker looks to get there. He hangs on to that puck, and it comes back now to Ellis. Ellis sends it across for Liam. Liam sends it towards the net, where it's stopped in the slot, and now working their way up the ice is Chicago, and they try to come in, and a tie up there, and the rebound is put in by the Blues, who find a third goal with 6:39 to go in the third. It looked for a moment like the Caps had that defended, but a third Blue came in and put the rebound in to give the Chicago team a 2-goal lead. Now, it's Grayson who looks to send it forward. About 6 minutes to go here, and the Caps trail by 2. We'll see if they take the goalie out at all early on here. Back at the point, it's sent in, and it's Jace now who jars it loose and finds Jax. Jax carries it over the line. Jax puts a shot on net. It's blockered away there. Behind the net, they try to jam it in on the side, but it's taken away now by Chicago. They carry it forward. Chicago looks to get it up, but it's chipped now into the corner. Theo now gets it up and sends it forward for Grayson, who gets it over to Jax. Jax carries it over the line. Jax into the slot. A shot there from Jax just over the crossbar. Sending it around behind the net now is Chicago. Net's empty here for the Caps. Turned over up high. Jax looks to send it on net. Rebound try! Oh, it's stopped there by the goaltender. Oh, what a big save for Chicago, as the Shot from Jax popped out. Big juicy rebound there for Jace, who put it on net, but it was stopped point blank by the goaltender. And with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go, the Caps have an empty net and are looking to get one back here. So on the face-off here, it's James who gets it back to Kaylee, and now it comes over the line. It's kept alive here by the Caps, who look to get it in. Up the wall, they look to play it, but it's kept in by Jace. Jace looks to get it to the front. It's rolling there near the crease, and now it comes to the wall. Peter now looking to settle this down. Gets it behind the net to James. James looks to find Jace. Jace trying to get it on net. It comes back to Ellis now, who sends one towards the net, loose in front. And now it comes to the wall where Kareem sends it back below the goal line, trying to get it to the front here. Back on the wall now. It's in the corner, and it comes to Peter. Peter, it's taken away there by Chicago. And they'll chip it forward and down the ice. And now it is Kaylee who will chase it and send it forward, but it goes out of play. And the Caps will have to send the goaltender back here because we're going to have a defensive zone face-off. That puck went out of play in the defensive zone, and it forces the stoppage here. So the Caps will look to get possession and get this puck down the ice as quickly as possible. It's sent in towards Jackson, who sticks it to the corner. There it's Liam who works on it. They continue to jar it loose. Now it comes to the wall, and it's James there who plugs things up. And now it's Liam who carries it forward for Jace. Jace looks to get the puck up the ice, and it comes back to Kareem, who will begin working this puck up the ice, taking it towards the wall. He leaves for Liam, who gets it up for Jace. Jace looks to find a teammate there, and it is broken up at the blue line. Now it's still in the neutral zone, and now James carries it forward. James working his way into the zone, leaves for Declan. Declan's shot in on net, and we have a whistle now. And the whistle is it's not clear what they're doing here, because a ref blew the whistle as if there was a too many men penalty, but they're not calling a penalty. They're just forcing the Caps to do a center as they gave up a goal with the empty net. Now Peter has it. Tries to get it towards the front. It's swatted away there by the goaltender. And knocked down here by Chicago with a high stick, so we'll have a face-off in neutral ice. So Caps had pulled the goalie with about 4 minutes to go, looking to get back one of the two goals that make up their deficit, and we're trying to create some pressure, but ultimately gave up the empty net goal. It's 4-1 now. The puck comes out of the zone here, and Kaylee now looks to carry this puck over the line. And Kaylee tries to get it towards the front. Oh, and the chance is there for Grayson, but it's stopped. And now it's sent out once again. About 45 seconds to go here, and it's Kaylee who carries it forward again. Comes to Jax. Jax leaves it off the wall for Kareem. Kareem looks to get to the slot and tries to tee up a shot. That's broken up. Now Kaylee from distance tries to send the shot on. That's blocked in the slot. 30 seconds to go here, and now it is Chicago who chases this into the zone. A shot there from distance is gloved down. Behind the net now, it's Duran who battles for it, along with Kareem. Kareem will pick this puck up, and in the corner. Have a look here. Comes back to Kaylee. This game is just about over here. So the Caps will drop their first game of this tournament 4-1. And they will have another game later this afternoon. I think it'll be 6 o'clock. I believe that is local time here in Chicago. But check your schedule.